Welcome to a Community Partners interview, where we explore the organizations, opportunities, and resources that look to make change in our daily lives. I'm your host, Lilly Cereghini, and you're listening to Voices for Ability Radio, all abilities, all the time. Today, I'm joined by Laura Austin, who is the director for Lifetime Networks. Lifetime Networks' mission is to foster friendship and support networks for people with diverse abilities to enhance community. Their vision is to see a future where all people enjoy safe, happy, and fulfilling lives. Thanks for joining us today, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit more about you and what inspired you to work at Lifetime Networks?
Oh, I would love to. So I think the first thing about me that I like to talk about when I talk about my professional role is that I am a parent of a child with a developmental disability. And so through the early intervention phase, I discovered a passion for supporting people with disabilities, and I went back to school. And I wanted to put a mother in the field and to put that voice out there to advocate for people and to help build, in a larger scale, to help build a more inclusive community. I have a passion also for social justice, so the two sort of go together. So my educational background is along the lines of disability studies and social justice.
Ooh, that's cool. I've got the disability studies degree as well.
Ah, fantastic.
Oh my gosh, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. That was a great field.
And so what really pulled me to Lifetime Networks is that the organization itself was founded by a group of parents that said, we want more for our children. Because every parent asks themselves, what happens when I'm gone? What happens to my child? So what we wanted to do was create unpaid natural supports for people with disabilities so that there's that system in place.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, what are you going to do when your parent is gone? Like, I even find myself asking that question for myself at times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's something that goes through my mind every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So this work helps me feel like I am making a difference, which sounds really cliche, but it's true.
Yeah, but if you don't try, it's not going to happen. So it's actually less cliche. Like, cliches are cliches because they make sense.
Exactly.
That's why people keep using them.
Exactly.
Exactly. So while doing my research, I saw that you have a couple of programs that you offer. Could you tell us a little bit more about those programs?
Well, it's an interesting thing because we have about approximately 20 different programs, which is a lot for an organization. And that is simply because our programs are participant driven. So we work for the individuals we support. So if there is something that they want to do, we facilitate it. So we have a number of different programs that intersect different support needs. So we have programs that are education based. So one of them is called Being a Citizen, and it's specifically designed for individuals sort of transitioning out of high school and into, adult life, where we discuss and instruct things like budgeting and cooking, leadership and advocacy, all of those types of sort of things to navigate. But then we also, on a different lens, we have a brand new program called Multiple Complex Needs Global, where we actually do outreach support for individuals that are experiencing housing instability, substance use disorders, mental health. And we have specialized outreach workers that meet them where they are on the street. We have another program that I love because it's so person-centered. It's called PODS, which stands for, strangely enough, People Outside Doing Stuff. And what it is people come to us with their individualized funding and they say, hey, I want to learn how to meal prep, or I want to start a D&D group, or anything like, I want to go to the gym. And we find similar people that have come to us with those requests. and we put them together. And then that creates sort of natural supports in itself, and then they can use their funding to meet their goals.
I really like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. There's a ton of
people outside doing stuff. That's great.
People. My coworker Mike is very proud of that. People outside doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. My grandfather, for example, was a very prolific gardener. If I could learn how to garden, that'd be cool. Grow my own food, grow some pretty flowers.
I have sensory issues, so dirt scares me, but I would love but some people, we have a gardening pod. We have a gardening pod. Yeah.
Nice. I also saw on your website that you have some values. What do those values mean to you?
To me personally, I do believe that relationships, connection, friendship are have a direct correlation to quality of life. And that if we can facilitate those relationships, that we're ultimately impacting a person's quality of life. That relationship could be social, but it could also be resource based. One thing that we try to do is create like an equitable field for people, especially with multiple complex needs. I don't want to go too far off on the point on this, but navigating being unhoused and having a substance use disorder is challenging enough in itself. But having a disability on top of that makes it almost insurmountable for some. So what I think what we do is we give that equitable access to resources and support an individual to have the connection and the resources that they need. So that's what it means to me, is that in my job, if I am supporting someone so that they don't need me anymore or that they're connected to someone else, then I'm doing my job well, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. I actually had a professor who said the point of a teacher is to make themselves obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fully agree with that sentiment because you have to learn how to do stuff for yourself, especially as a person with disabilities, because society kind of has a look at you and says, no, well, you don't have to do anything. It's okay, baby. We'll take care of you. And then you create the cycle of dependency.
Yes. And so what I would rather do is support a person to be independent, have that self-determination, that self-efficacy, and then they don't need me anymore.
Love that. I love that. That's like a good parent, except that you're not their parent.
Well, I guess I am viewing it through the parental lens. So,
It's like, get out of the nest.
Tough love. No.
I've taught you how to do everything that you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. Are there any restrictions to the services at Lifetime Networks, such as age, caregivers or family members only, things of that nature?
Not really, no. Again, we're quite person centered, and we are participant driven, and I would say that we support every sort of intersection of individual. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Without using any names, could you share a success story with me?
Oh, I would love to. What kind of success are you thinking?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything. We have a theater troupe in our organization. Um, Again, it was a program that was started by an individual saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we put on our own theater show? Wouldn't it be neat if we had our own theater troupe? And it happened, and we've created one. And every spring, we actually rent a local venue and put on a sold out theater show where our participants sort of lead and create a show. And we have lots of individuals that sort of come to the theater troupe program every day. And, everybody has their own way of participating. And one individual in particular I remember was they would come, they liked to have their one-to-one worker with them. They would be off in the distance. Um, and then after about 3 years, they wanted to be included in the actual performance, the spring performance. And I can't share too much about the process, but I know that the worker worked with them one on one, and then I'm sitting in the auditorium waiting for the show to start, and this individual came out onto the stage and did I believe it was a fan dance or a flower dance. And I have to tell you, there were tears just running down my face because 3 years ago, that that probably wouldn't have happened. And it just goes to show that people participate in their own way, and sometimes we just need to wait because that's a very effective support strategy and give them time. And ultimately, it also shows that we should not, and I hate the term give up because that's not what I mean, but we should not just assume that someone's not wanting to engage or participate on how they show up every day. Does that make sense? So,
Absolutely, that makes sense. Because, I mean, learn to walk, but on your clock kind of thing.
yeah. And that was last year, and this year they even had a bigger role in the theater show. And this was an individual that we weren't even sure if they would enjoy attending the program. And now they want to attend 3 days a week and be part of every theater performance. So, yeah.
Woo, I love that. I love that. I love the arts for equity, not this DEI neoliberal nonsense, for actual equity, because everyone, in my philosophy, in my way of thinking, everybody has an art. You just have to find what yours is.
Hmm. Yes.
And then engaging with that, you can grow as a person, you can grow as communities. I love it.
And it's a big thing for them. It's the show had over 200 tickets. It was a packed house, and it was.
That's good.
I know, and it happens every year, and it's just incredible to see within our community and people coming out to support each other. Um,
Love that.
yeah.
Speaking of, are there any events coming up for Lifetime Network?
Well, we just had our theater show, which was at the end of May. Um, Not really any events coming up for us right now. No.
Hey, summer can be what I've heard referred to as silly season, where you just have like charity drives and things like that, but not necessarily from every company because not everybody is into that kind of thing, or like the runs or the charity walks or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, you want to take a break in the heat, my heavens. Yeah, go to the beach and chill.
Yeah. A lot of our programs have summer programming where it's just that. That's the time to go to the beach. That's the time to go to the nice air conditioned museums, you know.
Right. Just go look around at the dinosaur bones and then go to the beach and, dig up some clams and go swimming. And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
just, yeah, it's just easier that way. It's too hot lately. My gosh.
Yeah.
Now, what is the one thing that you see happening over and over again to individuals with disabilities that should not be happening? And how do you think we stop it?
Oh, well, that's a huge question.
Yes, it is.
I have I have my mother answer, which is that I see my son not being treated and prioritized the same as the other students in his school. So I'm going to apply that to communities and society. I'm going to say that the biggest thing I notice is that individuals with disabilities aren't being treated as equal participants in our communities and in our society. And it can be on the most basic level to like larger scale systemic issues. And I think that the way to combat that is more community presence and sort of like the whole social valorization theory about putting people with disabilities in important roles and continuing to have that community presence and show everyone how beautiful a diverse world is.
Absolutely. This, hence my appreciation of the arts, because you can come sing, you can come dance, you can come recite, anything you want. And by doing so, you become visible, you become audible, you become tangible to the rest of society. You are part of society. You're an integral part of society. But if people don't know you're there, they're not going to know that.
100%. And that's why in a lot of our programs, we ensure that we are having community presence. We are not in a building all day in a room. We are out in the community and being present and showing everyone, that people with disabilities are here and we are doing
Good.
And we can contribute in a positive way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone can contribute. Everyone can contribute. As everyone has an art, so everyone has something to contribute, I believe.
Yes. I believe so too. Yes.
It's the same thing. You see day program models sometimes. This is getting better, but it's like drop your adult child off and they learn for half an hour a week how to make spaghetti and then they go home and never apply the skill.
Mm, yes.
So it's ostensibly adult daycare, which I hate. I hate that. I hate that.
I hate it too. And it's not something that we do here. So,
Oh,
um, we don't actually have a day program here. Um, we have a program where people come from 9 to 3, but we call it being a citizen because they are being a citizen in their community. Like I said, we're leaving this building. We are not in a room.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because desegregation also has to go both ways.
100%.
They have to be willing to let us in, but we have to be willing also to step out. Because a lot of the time, I find, because I'm visually impaired,
Mm-hmm.
a problem I can have, especially during winter, mind you, but is agoraphobia, which is the fear of going out into larger spaces.
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to navigate in the harsh elements, but come snow melting time, I start to wake up again and go, I can leave the house. Yay! But I think an aspect of that would be the disabilities because it's so much harder to navigate.
Yeah, it is. Luckily, we have a lot of trained staff and good ratios that we meet people where they are. And if that day, you know what, they're not feeling it, then they're not feeling it. We won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? For the most part, I find that everybody wants to do it eventually.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, yes. Just
Eventually.
give people time.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
If somebody wanted to become a member or a volunteer with Lifetime Networks, what's the process for joining as a member or as a volunteer?
We're always looking for volunteers, especially with our networks program. That would just be sending an email to volunteer@lnv.ca or going to our website. We have a volunteer coordinator who is lovely, and they'll be in touch with anyone that's interested. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, what is the one thing that everybody needs to know about Lifetime Networks?
Hmm. I think the one thing that everybody needs to know about Lifetime Network is that we are, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, participant driven, person centered. So if you want support from us, we are going to find a way to shift the power back to you away from the formal systems and provide you with the support that you want.
Absolutely. I appreciate that model because individuation is majorly important to us becoming, not even becoming, but embodying our personhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're already persons. We need to be able to embody it. And if you can't make the system work, the system needs to get out of my way.
Exactly. 100%.
He says with bared teeth.
Yeah. I love that.
If listeners are looking for more information, how can they reach out to you?
Anybody can email me at laura@lnv.ca, but you can also go to our website. There's a ton of information on there. And there's ways to get in contact with all of our program directors.
All right. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, no, thank you so much for having me. This has been really fun, actually. Yeah.
Absolutely. I enjoy these interviews. They're great.
Good.
You people are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for putting this out there. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's our job.
Okay.
Wow. All right. You've been listening to a Community Partners interview on Voices for Ability Radio. I'm your host, Lilly Cereghini. And remember, folks, stick together because we're all in this together.